Yeah, I did watch that first video you put up,
Oh, okay.
which, okay, so I get what you mean about the audio, and that's weird, and I wish there was something I could do to help that. Like, I almost thought about recording my audio, but, and this is going to derail anyway, but
Mm-hmm.
my audio is like, it sounds fine in Discord,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
I checked. It sounds fine if I record it with OBS.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like absolute garbage if I record it in K-Wave because there's so much more room noise,
Mm.
and I don't know where that's coming from, but it's there and it's annoying.
Mm. Well, and I'll say I have these, cheap USB headset things. Words. So I know I'm hearing like a lot of internet compression and stuff, but it's clean, it's intelligible. I'm happy with it at that point. And I just throw the compressor on in Premiere to get the
Bring 'em both
dynamic
the same.
range be close. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, and I just have to remember to not be all the way over there and trying to talk like
Yeah.
because I noticed that I was like I need to do better, but yeah, no, I guess I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. It's
But,
all learning experience, I suppose. I mean, we're both learning things about this stuff here.
Yeah, but you did put 3 computers and it's 4, but that's okay.
Oh, I forgot about
There's 4.
there is 4. I forgot.
I mean, it's definitely not how not to run 3, and it's also how not to run 4.
You know what it is? I definitely forgot about the desktop one, but I also, yeah.
That's the main one. How do you forget that?
Yeah, because you run everything off your laptop, and then you got the 2 work computers, and that's all of it.
Yeah, I probably should upgrade at some point, but I'm just it still works. So why?
Exactly. Although that said, NVIDIA's dropping support for the 700 series card.
Yeah, they dropped and 6, but 6 has been gone for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Well, 6 doesn't even support DirectX 12, I don't think, right? Or does it? I don't remember.
It might do 12. I don't think so. I think it does, but barely.
Barely. Exactly. It's not feature complete, because even the 700 isn't, I don't think. At least that's the little bit that I caught.
But even if it's only DirectX 11, like that's still fine.
Yeah.
I don't
absolutely
care. But like, what am I gonna do with another computer at this point?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd have to replace that one. Then I have to find a place to put it. And then I don't want to spend the money on something I'm not gonna use. Like, I spent enough upgrading things that broke. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to keep doing that if it's not broken. Because in order to do it right, then you have to go and make sure you have all the HDMI outputs, and then instead of doing the switcher with the USB, then you want to go and buy HDMI switchers, and those are not cheap, and it's just no.
Even the passive ones aren't that cheap at all.
Yeah. No, because I'd want to at least have buttons for each individual input, because that's how the whole button thing works, and it's just then you're spending $200, $300, $500 just to get back to where you were.
Yeah, and unless there's something you can't do with your current setup, it's not worth trying to upgrade.
Pretty much. I mean, okay, so like the keyboard and mouse did stop working on just computer number 1 this morning, and it was really weird because it worked fine with the KVM and the other, and like I ended up having to restart the computer because even plugging in another keyboard, it wouldn't accept it. Like there's something going on with Windows there, and I guess it didn't like the USB device, but it also didn't like the built-in keyboard on the laptop because I dropped the shelf, which was really annoying. And but it's fine. So I don't know why it did, but it did. But sometimes it's just like that.
Yep. And then unless it happens again and or consistently, it's just going to be one of those things that happened.
Yep. So I'm just not going to worry about it.
Yeah. And speaking of things that just happened, the backup Pi, you managed to get, you said it was an update that broke it?
Yeah. So. updated the kernel, however long ago that was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out that I had a Wi-Fi driver, you know, and you got to recompile for or reinstall to that kernel every time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I forgot all about that because it'd been so long, and now it's at a point where I either have to roll it back one subversion or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not going to do, or wait for the dude to, that basically maintains all of those drivers and that install script and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
to compile them for this one revision up. And it's been about a week now, but like everything else was like a couple days or whatever. So it's like, I'll just wait. Like, I mean, unless it's really bothering you to have the Ethernet cable.
No, in fact, I had actually forgotten that there was that you had included an Ethernet cable. So I had gotten my yeah.
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 Yeah. Because, I mean, I could put it on your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi for now.
Oh, you're running it on...
But I wanted it to run on the 5 gig because, you get better performance for file. Especially with it being right there. Right. You're not going to lose it through walls or whatever. So it makes more sense to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And not be interrupted by microwaves and whatnot.
Right, because the kitchen is just on the other side of the wall with the microwave, yeah.
Yeah. I mean... I could, but I probably also could just roll it back that one,
Fine, it'll get updated eventually, right? And the wire works. It's fine.
I mean, I figured if it was really bothering you, you would have, hey, did you fix it yet? Hey, did you fix it yet?
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
but I am remembering now that that's why you included the flat Ethernet cable. So this way I could just run it through the lid if I needed to.
Well, that's not why. It just seemed like it was a good cable to put in there, so you didn't have to look for one. Because I remember the last time I had a weird problem with the network, but it was something else that was the problem, and I don't remember what that was.
Might have been that I blew away the entire network and put it back together just slightly off, either with the password or the SSID.
Oh yeah, I did have to change the password and or the SSID.
Yeah, because who makes the reset button? The power button.
Nobody. Nobody.
Yeah. That's this this router, Wi-Fi router.
Well, it's both.
Yes.
I mean, it's an access point.
Yes,
but you're also using the routing feature of it.
Okay, but that's what this one is. If you press and hold the power button for 10 seconds, it wipes out all the settings.
Well, that's interesting because there's also a factory reset button on it.
Yes, there is. And I got so used to having to reboot the FiOS modem where you press and hold and it reboots that I just reached around the back, found the power button, pressed and held it for 10 seconds, wondered why it wasn't turning off, saw my phone disconnected, went, oh, balls. And yeah.
Yeah, well, oh well.
Live and learn.
Yep. But I did end up replacing that USB video card thing, and because it actually showed up early, which was nice. It showed up on Sunday, so I did it before I had the work week, and I didn't have any problems with that. It works, fine for both of my computers, the work computer. So it's nice to have that screen back again to be able to throw stuff on there and just do that. And they work USB 3, so I guess there's a little bit of a performance boost. But, I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy on them, so I don't notice it. But I like to think that it, leaves a little bit more room on the USB 2 bus.
Yep.
But I also, I shortened that. And then USB audio. I hate it, but it's helpful. But it's really annoying when you plug in a new device and Windows says, oh, hey, that's your new default device for everything.
Yep.
And this program that you specifically set certain things to? Nah, you didn't mean that.
Yep. Or it does that over HDMI as well, or DisplayPort. So I have these headphones, the TV, and the high refresh rate Scepter monitor. All three support audio. And every time one of them gets plugged in, it's like, oh, is this the one that you want to use? Oh, is this the one that you want to use? And just silently changes it.
Yeah, thankfully I don't have that. I kind of just been disabling the ones I don't want it to use, but I forgot when I plugged in a new one. But no, I have the two HDMI top monitors. Both can do audio. The main HDMI does audio. The speakers do audio. Like, and then the thing I actually use, the headphone jack, does audio. But I think I'm getting a bunch of noise through it, so I might get another USB, like another Sound Blaster or something. You know, not too crazy, but
Sound Blaster's still around?
Yeah,
or
Creative,
they got bought out and kept the name or whatever?
It's Creative.
Oh, okay. Yep. Creative Labs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they sound good. Like I have. That's what I'm using with the NUC. Yeah. So like that's not a problem. But yeah, no, it was a problem with the mics for work. When I'm trying to talk, and there's why isn't it like? Because I'm used to the VoIP phone just messing up my audio because it does that because it doesn't play well with Teams. Well, I was in a WebEx and I was having a problem, and well, hey, why is it in dark mode? We haven't because I haven't used this in forever because they stopped using it, and well, now I know what the problem is because this is the wrong thing. And well, I guess that's why it doesn't work over here too. Like, I got it because the VoIP doesn't play well. So I was like, okay, you can have this one. And don't mess with the stuff that I need because I don't want you lowering the volume on those to like 10% so I can't hear anything or be heard. Like, it's dumb. But I don't know about that. It's just stupid.
Nah.
Like I spent a whole bunch of time with trying to get the air conditioner and the infrared blasting and whatnot. Like I can record the remote just fine, but then transmitting it's just not working. Like doesn't matter how close I get to it. Like I know it's actually transmitting because A, I've looked at it with a camera and I can see it blinking, and B, I've also tried it with a non-IR LED just to make sure my wiring was correct. And so like I keep going through like different things like the Adafruit tutorials and whatnot and all this other stuff, and it's just stupid. Like I gotta figure that out because ACs are weird in that they send a lot bigger string than like your TV remote.
Oh, I didn't realize.
It basically sends the config.
Oh.
Like fan, temperature, mode, all that. Every time
true.
You push a
just
button.
From a single button press, yeah. That's
because
right.
You can push a button on the remote and have it, not actually reach the machine because there's no two-way communication. So you can set it on the remote and then you push the button, and then when it picks it up once, then it takes that whole thing. So it's like it's a lot bigger, but I couldn't get it to work with the M0, so I had to use the Metro and back to the Atmels, and there's no reason for some things to just not work right. And then like it doesn't tell you the transmit pin because you got to go looking through the library, and it's like, why is that not a configurable thing without having to go and do that? Like it shouldn't be.
Because they want you to use their app.
Well, no, if you want to go and use an app, then you go and spend $18 for a thing that connects to Alexa, and then it doesn't work properly anyway, so what's the point? I looked at buying one. I really did, and it was like half the reviews say doesn't work with air conditioner.
Oh, because it's a power. It's probably one of those simple power. The power is on or off. So if it it learns your remote or whatever because it learns the codes and whatnot. But air conditioners have a much longer transmit. Right.
There's more bytes. It's more information, and their different protocols and stuff gets weird, and they don't always support all of the features, or this would be the same on your actual remote. And besides, who wants to have an Alexa doing all of that? I don't have it anymore. I don't like it. I had it for the garage. I don't have a garage, so I don't need it. I mean, that's so I'm working on it, but not making progress, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
But
because all the things that should work aren't working, and
yeah, Yeah, and there's no good reason for it.
It sets you down the troubleshooting path of what did I do wrong, when that's not it at all. You've done everything right. It just doesn't support what you're trying to do this way.
But it should. It's supposed to, because it's, these things say they can. So it's like, well, you can do it this way, so why not let me do it this way?
Mm-hmm.
If you can receive the signal and give me the dump code, and I can just, I want to say, hey, this is a dumb, power button. Who cares about any of the rest of it? And you give me that, so I can be like, this is power off. It doesn't matter what all the other settings are. I don't care.
Right.
And I want to just transmit, hey, power off.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to do that, but that's not working. And like, once I figured that out, then the rest of it should be a lot easier.
Right.
But getting there, it's just, it's a thing.